guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexander. I'm from the Netherlands, a city called Tilburg. It's in the south of the country. And I've not really I want to apologize for all those 72 viewers I have at the moment on my channel, that I haven't been super active on my channel because I have been very busy working on my Russian channel, and recently, just a couple of days ago, it reached 1,000 subscribers, which I'm really happy about. And I decided, because I see some people are also subscribing to my English channel, and I'm very thankful that you're doing so, because I'm not really particularly active uploading and making new videos and shooting new videos. So today I decided to take some time and actually do something for you in the name of appreciating the fact that you keep subscribing to my very tiny English channel. So today's topic is going to be about the things that I have not get used to living in the Netherlands. For those who don't know me, originally I'm from Moscow, I'm from Russia. I have spent a year and a half living in New York City. I have graduated from Tilburg University in the Netherlands. I'm married to a Dutch man. I have dual citizenship. I'm a Russian citizen and also a Dutch one. I have a son who is 1 year and 8 months old. We have a cat and a dog, and we recently moved to a new house. So that's a kind of short story about me for those who have not seen me before and probably see me for the first time. And for those who see me for the first time, I highly encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button, press your likes, press the bell to make sure you stay up to all new videos that are coming on my channel, because they still do, not as regularly as I would want this, but it's kind of really hard, with life, because I'm a mom, I'm doing all the things around the house. I'm like a family manager, I keep all things in order, and it takes quite some time. And plus my Russian channel keeps growing, as I could not have expected when I started this, but I worked really hard on that. So today's video is going to be about things I still have not gotten used to living in the Netherlands. What are those things? Well, there are some, and I don't mean to insult anyone by making those videos. I just try to be honest. I want to share my opinion and my experience with those who are probably planning to move to the Netherlands for study reason, for work reason, to reunite with their Dutch partner. I want them to know a bit more about the country where they're going to. Of course, through my eyes, through my perspective. You can have completely different personality from me and just say, oh my gosh, I just don't really get what she's saying. Okay, then you're not my audience, I'm not your influencer, let's say, so you can find someone else to listen to. But I would highly recommend you to take some time and listen to what I have to say. Okay, what are those things? The first thing I still cannot get used to, this is the fact that when you drop by for a visit in any Dutch family, most Dutch families, not in any, like most Dutch families, the only thing you're gonna be offered is just a drink. It's so strange for me, because I'm a person who belongs to Eastern culture, Eastern European culture to be correct, and I grew up in a country where people are so outgiving, and like when you go to visit someone, you actually very much expecting that this person is going to just go all out of the way, just to offer you food, snacks. It doesn't mean they will necessarily feed you a hot meal every time you drop by, but they definitely bring you cookie and this and that, and try to please you, try to do stuff for you. In the Netherlands, usually these things don't happen. You might just come and sit there like for hours, and you're gonna drink your tea or coffee or cola or just water or some soft drink, and that's gonna be it. And plus, if the time, is coming for people to take their time to eat together, this is the summer eten at 6 o'clock, if you haven't been warned people, if you haven't told them before that you're coming, you might just keep sitting there just drinking your tea, or maybe they would expect you to leave because you didn't warn them in advance that you can come. I know Dutch families who are not like that, who can actually be very spontaneous, say, oh, do you want to drop by, just eat with us? But most of Dutch people don't, you know, they just stuck up with their rules. It's like, feels like step right, step left, and like the whole world is going to break, you know. It just, you know, I like their structure, I like their organization, but I think they went too far with this. They killed this spontaneous things in life that actually help you to feel the taste of life, you know, when they just, oh, let's just do it. Oh, you know, come by, just do it, you know. These things that make life more alive, I would say. I'm sorry for making such a strange putting those two words together, but I can't find any other words. So yeah, and this is for me still very difficult, you know. I cannot imagine, and it's not only happens like when you drop by for coffee, you know, to see your neighbor, have a small talk with your neighbor. That's I totally understand, but it also can happen within families, you know. That makes it so cold and so impersonal. And yeah, of course, if you've been invited for dinner, you're going to be served with food, you know, they will offer you drinks and make sure you got everything, but not like you don't have to wait for a special moment to make the special connection with people, you know. Every moment is special. You shouldn't wait for Christmas or for Easter or for some other special occasion to actually be hospitable. You can make any visit a special occasion, just opening up your arms, opening up your soul and emotions, but that's a completely different story. So I will leave you the link down below on the video that I was making regarding how insensitive Dutch people are. I know they can piss a lot of people off, but I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. You know, Dutch people are very blunt, throwing any passive-aggressive things in your face and say, oh, we just... But so this is your comeback, guys. You know, I also have opinion about you. Click the link down below. Sorry, I didn't mean to be mean, but it just happened to be that way. Well, that's what I'm not really used to, because I don't know, I like things that are just alive. I lived in New York and I never really experienced anything like that, you know. Just you come to people and they don't offer you anything, everything is so formal and so distant, and like, oh my God, like everything is working perfectly, you know. They have so many things to be proud of, like sincerely proud of the economy, of the things that all people taking care of. But when it comes to emotions and connection between each other, it's like, I don't know, it's like distance between Europe and, I don't know, Australia. That's how far their hearts are from each other, and that went too far. That's my opinion. But so this is like what I can tell you. You come, you're gonna drink your tea forever. That's it. Next point. As I told you earlier, no, I haven't told you earlier. The big trash is very difficult to throw away. Why is it difficult? Because in the Netherlands we have those containers that we've been given in, but local municipality, like the, sorry, which the word is, the local government, you know, like the city hall, say. And they give you this container and you basically put all your trash in there. We have one container with plastic and paper, in the other container with green trash and the rest. So when it comes to throwing away glass, we have special containers in the seat. Diapers the same way, old clothes is the same way, but those two big containers, you know, that's what we use the most. But when you want to throw away something big like a couch or a TV or something like that, you have to go Mileustraat, I think it's called, like special place. We usually have the card that basically allows you to go there, and you have to stand on a line for a very long time. You have to separate this big trash as well, and if you don't separate it, that will have to pay for this. I mean, I really understand that it actually has a reason, you know. It's really good for the environment, it's really good for the country we're living in, and I totally support that. But it's really, really inconvenient, and I think there's a lot of things here like very social, very good in terms of common good, but very, very inconvenient in daily life. And throwing big trash is still like, anytime my husband says, oh, it's too big to get in the trash, and I'm like, oh my God. So this means we have to store it somewhere, whether in the garden or in the shed or in the attic or somewhere, unless we get some time and we have to go to that place and we stand in line, wait for a moment we can throw the big trash. It's very, very inconvenient. Okay, what else for me is pretty difficult to get used to in the Netherlands, and I still haven't got used to, is the fact that you have to wait for literally everything. Like in Russia, and also like in Moscow, okay, I'm from Moscow, and I'm not talking for the whole Russia. In Moscow, like things are pretty quickly if you pay for them. If it's something, you know, capitalistic, let's say, it's very fast. You know, if you need to see, you need to do some blood tests, you need to see a doctor, you need to get an appointment for something. If you pay for this, you can get it like in a couple of hours, it's there. Here you have to wait for everything. This favorite, you have to wait, they really wait. It feels like sometimes they expect to be living like above 200 years old. They have like their whole, it's like, you know, just speed things up a bit, you know, everything. And like when they get email, for instance, like get a mail, and they're like, oh, okay, I have to think about it, what to answer to make it written perfect, and this and that, or not now, or okay, I answer this next day, and only the day after, you know, somebody will respond back. And I'm like, oh my gosh, can you speed things up? But no, they're really, really slow. Sometimes it's actually good, you know, they avoid a lot of mistakes that we Russians make. And by just, you know, being in a hurry, wanting to achieve as fast as possible so many things. But sometimes it just becomes like unreasonably slow. And yeah, it's just, yeah, you want things, you want to speed up things. And I'm not talking about New York, because New York, you know, is the fastest city in the world, I think. Yeah, and it's just everything's so fast. I remember when I came to New York, after being born in Moscow and living there all my life, I felt like, wow. I felt like people in Moscow running, but like in New York, they're just running twice as fast, you know, and I was very, very impressed about the speed of life, let's say. So that's why living in a small city like Tilburg in the Netherlands, you know, sometimes gives me a feeling that things go too slow, but sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So that's kind of not really, but I still cannot get used to, because I notice those things and sometimes get irritated by them. Okay, another thing that I haven't been get used to, oh my goodness, it's the service of beauty, guys. The service of beauty here is just extremely, extremely bad. I mean, I've never seen such a horrible situation anywhere. First of all, Dutch people don't really see the hair salon, the nail salons as something that needs to be, especially in women's life. First of all, they want to be all equal, you know, have to, you know, act like you're also a guy, you know, and that's gives me a feeling like they're not really confident with their own nature. Like, if you are confident with the fact that you're a woman, what stops you from acting feminine, from wanting to be pretty and take care of yourself and act feminine? You know, don't really talk like, you know, just like, why would you do that? What do you want to prove? They will really feel like you're lower than man, and that's why you have to act like a man to stand on the same level. Rather than saying, you know what, we're equal, but I have my feminine nature. But then things would be far different. You know, the maternity leave would be longer. The woman would stand up and say, you know what, I at least deserve 1 year of staying home with my baby, or at least share it with my husband if I want to. You know, not be kicked out to work after 3 months. You know, I actually have a video about the very short maternity leave in the Netherlands, and I also will leave the link down below. So when it comes to the beauty service, in Russia and also in the States, it's very different. So many girls, they get together and spend some time, for instance, like going to have lunch together. They then go do nails together. You're gonna be surprised, but so many Dutch women have never been in a nail salon. Really? They never get their manicure and pedicures done in their life. I'm not kidding you. Really, that's the thing. They've really never been there. They don't know how to spend time. They don't even have those good salons. First of all, the quality is terrible. I remember I was searching for a place to actually do a French manicure, and oh my gosh, I couldn't find any in Tilburg. And Tilburg is not a village. It's small, but it's a city. It was a fifth or sixth city in the Netherlands. And I couldn't find a place. I was trying to get it done, just like you know, like a rehearsal before the wedding day to see how they do it. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. They don't use, you know, this little scissors, you know, to get rid of your, there's some other machines they use for this, to get rid of this skin around your nail. They just simply use this wooden stick to just move it a bit up and keep just putting on your, putting any kinds of, like, you know, nail coloring on you, and it's just so bad. It looks so messy, and it feels like a 5-year-old kid did it for you. It's just, oh my gosh, it's, you really got to see it, you know. Fortunately, I have never taken picture of those two weird accidents that I had when I was trying to find a place. The only place that now has been open in Tilburg is a place where Asian people start doing manicure and pedicure. They do it better. You know, they like really, they're also very good in New York. I remember in New York, it's just normal, you know, things, yeah, when girls get together, they go do nails done. I've never heard Dutch girls, you know, they want everything fast. I remember also they were telling me, this Asian guys in Tilburg, they would say like, you know what, when you try to do something for Dutch women, they like, oh, it takes too long. They just don't know how to enjoy themselves, just making themselves pretty and enjoying their femininity. Is just, they've never heard of it, you know, never. And that's for me very strange. You cannot get used to. Was speaking about the hair is the same way. It was not even one time when I had like my hair, you know, half wet and being sent away like this, or just me and also one of my friends. We got like ear burned by the hair dryer, which was super hot, and I had a girl who didn't even apologize. She had this unemotional Dutch face and continued drying my hair. And it was just, I screamed, you know, from pain. And instead of just like a normal reaction that she could give me, like, oh, I'm sorry, now, are you okay? So I didn't mean it, you know, just smile, get the eye contact. No idea, complete autism, Man, it's just crazy, you know, you just gotta, but when it comes to, for instance, like the medical system, they get the nicest people ever. I really don't know how they squeeze those people into this cold and emotionally repressed Dutch society, but they're very nice. Like my experience in giving birth here and all the pregnancy is amazing, guys. Like I've really been pampered, I've been supported, I've been helped, and I've never forget those people. I don't know how they get them, but normally it happens like that. So basically the beauty industry here is just sucks. So be prepared. And the last thing that I haven't been get used to is the thing the Dutch people call honesty, but in fact it's just rudeness. I actually dedicated the whole video to this, but Dutch people like to say, you know what, if you don't like your t-shirt and you ask like, oh, how's my t-shirt, we're being honest, we tell you in the face, it's ugly, we don't like it, you know. And they think it's actually being very, how should I say that, very honest, you know, we just speak our mind. But you don't speak your mind, you can actually be speaking your mind, but in a very polite and sensitive way, picking your words and taking your time, making sure you're just don't overstep your boundaries and being respectful toward other people's feelings. But the topic of feelings are not very important in Dutch society. How you feel about something, what moves you, you know, just no, how things work, and make sure you count them correctly. It's also very important. But I think even if everything around works perfectly and everything counted as it's supposed to be, in the end, what really matters is how we feel about each other. If you make each other feel horrible, other people feel horrible around you, well, you won't have any contact with them. You just lose them out of your life. And you can say, oh, okay, it's just, that's the foreigners who don't like it. Okay, perhaps, yes, it's the foreigners, but we're living in a global world, you know, the globalization, you know, defines everything these days. You know, if you will just get all these people, you know, to study in your country, but they won't be comfortable staying here and making their career here, they will leave, they will move, not in the personal level out of your life, but also out of your country. So learn about emotions. So these were the steps, the points, I would say, not the steps, the points that I have made, you know, those things that I haven't been used to in the Netherlands, and those things are still hurting, uncomfortable, and yeah, I'm not sure I will ever accept them as one of my own. So guys, that's it. It was was pretty nice to make this video for you and be coming back and be filming again. So keep subscribing, I appreciate you, and the more I see you showing your interest, the more chance that I can actually find time and record another video for you. So don't forget also to share this video, send it to someone you think can be useful. And again, on my channel, I do not tolerate any kinds of insult, any kinds of hate, useless debate. You won't prove anything for me, I'm not gonna prove anything for you. That's it. So love it or leave it, okay? And see you again in my next video. Bye!